A Minnesota company to cut the chemicals in its foods. Consumer Reports says it found plastic chemicals in every food product it tested at very high levels, including meals sold by General Mills. WCCO's Alan Henry.
After testing dozens of supermarket products, Consumer Reports found plastic chemicals known as phthalates in nearly all of them.
As food goes through the production processes, there's different points where they run into kind of plastic equipment as they're processed. So there's that potential for the plastics to leach into food that way.
Even more concerning, the impact those chemicals can have.
There's growing research that these plasticizers are endocrine disruptors, and that means that they can interfere with the production and regulation of estrogen and hormones.
One such study came from the U of M in 2018. It measured phthalate levels in expectant mothers and found their children with higher exposures had a 20 to 40% increased risk of language delay, a problem seen twice as often in boys. The chemicals have also been linked to diabetes, heart disease, and cancer.
Tonight, there's an alarming new report about the water you're drinking from plastic bottles. CBS's national environmental correspondent David Schechter has the details.
It's a sobering study and could have profound health implications on the way we consume water. Scientists at Columbia and Rutgers now say an average liter of bottled water contains nearly 250,000 particles of nanoplastics, each the fraction of the width of a human hair. There's been a wealth of research on larger microplastics, much of which end up in oceans, breaking down into tiny fragments. A potential environmental nightmare, but the World Health Organization has called the medical risk low. But with nanoplastics...
Do you think there is a reason for concern?
Yes, when they are getting into the nano size, can get into the blood, and then they can being transported to the vital organs.
The particles there can actually bypass the cells of the GI system.
The International Bottled Water Association says there's no scientific consensus on potential health impacts, and media reports do nothing more than unnecessarily scare consumers.
Have you changed your own personal use of water bottles after learning this?
I intentionally cut down my bottled water consumption maybe by half.
These scientists recommend consumers use tap water to fill up aluminum bottles as a safer alternative. David Schechter, CBS News, Los Angeles.